Howdy folks, this is future Marstead coming at you from October 31st, 2020 as I edit this VOD that was recorded October 29th, 2019. I just wanted to point out, in case you didn't catch it earlier, that I am doing a Trailblazer playthrough and I'm actually uploading the videos every day as I play through the league. So I've discovered a way to automatically edit my VODs. It does exactly the same thing that I do right now, where I fast forward the parts where I'm not talking and return it to normal speed when I do start talking. I'm using Trailblazer as a way to test that process, because if I can get it to work and I can get it running most of the time, then I can greatly increase the pace at which I upload videos from the Quest Cape, Diary Cape, and Infernal Cape that I'm currently working on the live servers. But anyway, I'm trying to avoid oversaturating, cluttering my main YouTube channel, which has lots of VODs from my variety stream, which is the main thing I do, not RuneScape. So I've uploaded episode 1 of Trailblazer to YouTube, but I'm also uploading additional episodes of Trailblazer to a second YouTube channel. There's going to be new videos on there every single day. If you wanted to check it out, look at the description of this video. There should be a link to that second channel. And without further ado, enjoy episode 72, Devious Minds. Hey, welcome to another new episode. We're working on 65 smithing right now so we can do the Devious Minds quest, the last truly easy quest that we have remaining, in that it doesn't have any combat. After we do this one, every quest we have left to do is hard. I think Grim Tales might not be too bad, but there's Morning's End 2, Monkey Madness 2, Dragon Slayer 2, Taste of Hope, which is probably the easiest of these, Frementic Exiles, and Song of the Elves, so about to get pretty brutal. I don't think I'm going to be able to maintain the one quest per episode pattern starting very soon, just because it's going to take us longer to grind to the needed quest requirements for some of these quests than it would be to actually get a quest done. But we'll try to stick to it for as long as possible. I think we can today with Devious Minds. We'll be able to next week with Morning's End 2, and the episode after that with Taste of Hope, or whatever order we do them in. But after that, it's going to start to get rough. But I'm going to go ahead and mute here. There's no reason to watch me smelt gold super, super slowly. I'll be back in a bit after I'm out of all these things, and we're probably going to have to go buy stacks of it like we were doing before. Again, on fast forward, so talk to you in a bit. Okay, we're done making cannonballs. It's so miserable and slow. It was like an hour and a half. We had already finished the steel from the previous session. Not great XP, but XP is XP. We currently have 4,500 cannonballs, which is about 4.5 times more than we've ever had. Looking forward to using that. I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to go try to buy a ton of gold ore. I'm actually going to try buying it this time from Blast Furnace instead of that shop in Yatis, so let's see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll go back to Yatis. So, calculation on the amount of gold ore we need. Let me rerun this. Cats knock everything over because they're crazy. Cats, I mean Marty. Marty's one of my kitties. If you don't watch the stream, he's got cerebral hypoplasia, so part of his brain responsible for balance isn't fully formed. So he walks around like he's drunk and knocks things over all the time. 1,526 gold bars. Yikes. That's 1526 divided by... It's like 55 full inventories worth. It's gonna be a blast. Hopefully we can finish that in time to do Devious Mines. I'll be back in a few seconds to go ahead and start doing gold ore purchasing. See ya. And back. Let's go buy this gold ore. I don't really know what to expect. Guessing it might be pretty nasty. Never been to the, what do you call it? Blast furnace before, so I'm kind of interested to see what the deal is there. Hopefully I have enough money for this. I guess I didn't really think about that. If we go broke, we back out and go pick pockets or something. I think the plan is to get all this gold, make it into bars, make all those bars into bracelets, and then alch all the bracelets, which is probably going to take most of this episode. And it sounds awful to do, but we need 75 magic and we need 70 crafting. I think we need 65 crafting along the way. 62 unlocks one quest and 65 unlocks another quest, so it won't hurt to be doing the bracelets. Blast furnace. Okay, so I think it's this guy we buy from. There's probably somebody else doing this right now. Oh, I guess not. Figure out how much that's costing me. So I know the price goes up over time. Right now it's 346 coins. Oh wow, this is actually way faster than Yathis, so the bank is way closer and I can buy a whole stack without having to world hop so fast. 468. Alright, let's try hopping after one purchase right now and see if that's feasible. I don't think hopping consumes that much time. And I'm going to mute because this is going to be awful. I think I'm going to eventually want to buy, what do you call it? Coal from this guy, too. Way faster than mining. So it costs me about 7,700 gold per stack of these things here. So I'm going to try to do the math and figure out how much it's going to cost me total. Yeah, this is going to cost like 400,000 gold. I'm going to recoup some of the money because I'm going to be alching this stuff, but even the cost of the very first gold ore is not worth alching, so we'll get back maybe 80% of it, which is pretty good. And robocalls, man. Figured I'd check. Inventory of coal runs 2,283 gold. So I want to figure out how much that would cost to get me enough coal to smith all of the iron that I gathered. So 1791 times 2 divided by 27 times 2283 would cost about 300,000. That would result in a lot of cannonballs, probably more than enough to get the 69 Slayer. So just keep that in mind as something we could do later if we run out of cannonballs. That'll be my plan, to burn through that iron. I'm going to have to do it anyway because we have to get to 70 smithing eventually, so we'll probably do it. I just don't want to do it all in this episode because it's fucking awful. Okay, back to buying gold. This actually isn't that bad. I should have been... Well, I think I saved a little bit of money by buying it from Yathis last time, and I was a lot poorer before because I hadn't started doing Slayer. now that we're doing Slayer and consistently doing clue scrolls and stuff, like money is less of an issue. Anyway, back to fast forwarding. I think this total trip after I alch everything is going to cost me about 250,000 gold, which is fine. For 5 levels from 63, well, it's actually 3 levels, from 62 to 65, yikes. But still, I needed it, it's saving me tons of time, so. Okay, that's 1,549 gold ore. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. This is a story that I didn't tell back in the relevant episode. If you remember way back when I was buying gold ore from Yatis, so in order to get smithing up to buy the stupid myth grapple, before I really realized that this was also doable. Although, again, I think doing it from Yatis so wasn't a waste because I saved money in the process. It's quite a bit cheaper than this store. So that was the one incident of me losing video, and that actually happened twice while I was gathering gold. The first time, I have a stream deck on my desk. It's one of those like streamer things where you have buttons that you can assign to different tasks, and one of the buttons was to change the scene. And at one point while I was gathering the gold, I was just doing it mindlessly. My cat jumped on my desk, then pressed one of the buttons, and it ended up recording an hour or so of me going back and gathering gold, but it wasn't actually showing that in the recording. It was just my go live screen, like repeating, so none of it actually got recorded. I remember I got to the end of it, I was almost done getting all the gold. I looked at my my screen and I was like, fuck, because I had basically lost all that time, and I didn't want to come back in and say, hey guys, I played for an extra hour and got this gold and I lost the video. So to make up for it, I recreated buying the gold. I basically went and I looked at the VOD, I looked at the exact point when Ben pressed the stream deck. I saw how much gold I had in my inventory and how much gold I'd already stored. I sold the gold that I had collected on the Grand Exchange to exactly equal my old gold total, and then I just dropped the rest of it on the ground for some lucky person to get. It was like a couple 100,000 gold or something. And then I went back to the exact pixel I was standing on at the time that I bought the gold ore, and then I hit start recording, and if I edited it correctly, it should have looked like nothing had happened. I didn't think about it at the time. I was like, well, I can get away with this. I can recreate the video from this mistake that I made, because buying the gold ore didn't actually represent any XP being earned. Like, I could just delete the gold and start over and record it as if nothing had happened. There'd be no problem. But I did teleport one time. I completely forgot that teleporting generates a small amount of XP. So if you go back and watch that video, if you look at my magic XP, you'll notice that it's like 60 higher than it should have been, because I had one interstitial teleport to go drop stuff off at the Grand Exchange. Anyway, that was the first mistake. It happened with Ben, and then I got so flustered by it, it actually happened again somehow. I forgot to hit start recording. And I just collected another 500 or 700 ore or something before I realized that I wasn't recording at all. And I was like, God damn it. But again, fortunately, it happened on something that wasn't generating XP. It didn't happen while I was questing or something that I couldn't recover. It was something that I was completely able to reconstruct. So I just did the same thing. I sold the gold, dropped the extra gold compared to what I last had from the last time I recorded, and just started over. So that inflates my total playtime a bit from what you see on the live split timer. When we go to talk to Hans on the end to estimate how much time I spent AFK, I'll have to include a couple hours in there from those two fuck-ups. But like I said, I'm really glad that it happened during something that wasn't important, that wasn't like permanently altering the state of the account. I was able to exactly recreate the state that it was in prior to my mistake. I couldn't, because once you gain XP, you can't go back, right? Once you complete a quest, you can't go back. And since then, I've been hyper paranoid about accidentally forgetting to hit start recording, or failing to turn the mic on, or making some kind of OBS error. And we're getting so close to the end of the quest cape, I'm going to be super relieved when we get there and I've actually recorded everything substantial. Those are the one mistake I made. Anyway, I went to tell you that story because, like, if we had been doing it here, it would have been way faster. And if we hadn't have done it in Yatis So, I probably would have missed it and would have already been off smithing it. And then we would have gotten XP, and it would have ruined the whole YouTube playthrough. I don't know. There's a couple times where, like, I've been watching Swampletics while I've been doing this, because I kind of understand what's happening. Like, I can watch through Swampletics videos now and know what the fuck's going on, because I've actually done a lot of the content that he's talking about. which was not the case when I watched it before I started playing this game. But anyway, there's a couple times where he's like, "Oh no, my recording failed or my power went out. Let me just summarize what I did for you." But I'm pretty proud of the fact that so far, like, literally everything we've done of consequence on this account, every point of XP except for that one cast of Varrock teleport has been captured and is included in the fast forward somewhere. Anyway, I gotta go smith this gold, and then I gotta turn all the gold into gold bracelets, and then I have to alch all of it, and that's probably gonna take me almost the rest of the episode. So I figured I'd give you some fun pre-quest content with some dialogue and commentary here. Probably should have been smithing the gold while I was talking so as not to waste XP, but who cares? The rest of it's going to get fast forwarded, and then we're going to try to do Devious Mines to close out the episode. I'm still considering going to Nightmare Zone because I'm worried about Herblore hitting 70. I want to start taking advantage of that daily box, so if we get extra time at the end of one of these episodes, if we've done the quest and we still have time and don't really need to focus grind the quest for the next episode, I'll probably pop in, turn on as many bosses as I possibly can, and just try to get as many points as I can from Nightmare Zone. Because I don't have to actually grind Nightmare Zone every day, I just have to get enough points to be able to buy the maximum number of herb boxes per day. Alright, that's it. I'm shutting up. I'm going to go grab the Varrock chest and this gold ore and smith it over the next million hours. See ya. Smithing 63, 2 to go. Gotta dump this bank full of gold. Smithing 64, just one more level to go. Smithing 65, we did it. Okay, now we just have to turn all of these into gold bracelets. It's like 2,000 gold bars, and then alcohol of it. It's gonna be delightful. We're definitely gonna be able to do Devious Mines this episode, so that's exciting. Crafting 62. That qualifies us for... Oh, it's one of the qualifiers for Dragon Slayer 2, I think. We ultimately have to get it to 70 for Song of the Elves and 65 for some other quests, so... Oh, green Dragonhide shields is actually... That's a thing. I should see if I'm sitting on any green dragon hides. I might be. Not, I can go try to farm them later. Better range attack bonus than the snakeskin I'm currently using. Okay, I'm done making the bracelets. I got us 80% of the way to 63. I have 2,199 now that we need to alch. And only 772 nature runes. So I'm going to be adding pretty heavily onto my nature rune buyback. Actually, I'm curious if I can just buy 21.99 nature runes now. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to have enough money for it, but try. I don't have to worry about like constantly taking a break to confirm one value or the other. And make sure I remember to put on a fire staff this time. Last time I alched like 500 things before realizing that I had forgotten to put on the fire staff. Because I'm a big dummy. Bank. Give me that fire staff right now before I forget. Alright. Nature. Can't quite afford it. Shoot. Okay, let me note it down, so I'll be able to afford it after I finish alching a chunk of them here. So $21.99 to buy, $7.72 to start. Guess I could do $21.99 minus 600. I want to end up with some afterward. It's $15.99. Oh, it's still not quite it. Just barely afford it. If I did $14.99, that would leave me with. Just go ahead and add that onto my 10-man list here. $14.99 plus 28.36, 43. Yeah, paying these back is going to be fun. We'll be good at making money at the end of this playthrough, though. This should be fine. I guess I'll just leave that as an open buy order and start alching and hope it gets satisfied in the meantime. Okay, let me bust out my secondary keyboard so I can just be tapping 5. Have it on the right square. Wow, we're gonna get like 1 magic level out of this. Hey, it's magic XP though. And I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick too before I actually go nuts with this, so I'm just gonna fast forward and see ya. So my mouse keys are showing the right click option instead of the left click option. I'm trying to figure that out real quick. Okay, I'm still having the same issue. Let me look it up really quick. Windows 10 mouse keys, 5 is the right click. Ah, there's a key to press to switch it from left click to right click. Okay. I think I fixed it. There we go. Alright. Fast forwarding. I envy you for being able to watch this on fast forward. I'll try to just see if I can get work done with one hand here while this alching happens. Need to up my bid for nature runes. Still doing $14.99 though. I'll let that one sit for a little bit longer. I might have to up the bid again. We'll see. Would you believe that I've moved the secondary keyboard onto the floor and I'm currently pressing 5 with my toe so that I can get work done with my hands? It's working. Mouse keys are allowed. Just making it so that 5 is click. I need to like actually set up a like a pedal or something would be more tolerable for this. My cable's slightly not long enough here for me to do this without it being at a super awkward angle. My 5 key is not actually that large. Still doing this with my toe, and I occasionally miss and press one of the number keys around the number 5, which is slowly drifting the... It's really starting to cramp up my foot because I have to like sit in this really awkward position to be able to tap the thing. But I got work to do. I need to get like a drinking bird or something, right? Alright, so I'm almost out of nature runes. I need to up my bid again. I'll do that now. $14.99, we'll try $2.26. Oops. $14.99. Try $2.27. Says that's the actively traded price. I guess we'll keep going. I still have 127 runes left. I'm gonna give my foot a break here and start tapping 5 with my finger again. It's starting to really cramp up. Hey, purchase finally went through. Significantly less over-the-top sound effect this time. Just a little cash register noise. Oh, there's a sound effect. You've been playing for 4 hours. Consider taking a break from your screen. Thanks, game. So I think if I continue buying gold ore to go from 65 smithing to 70 smithing, that I will get enough magic XP from high alching to hit 75 magic, which is a prerequisite for another quest. I need to double check that, but if so, that's kind of a big deal. It's also going to give us a bunch of effectively free crafting XP, so by buying those gold ores, we're leveling smithing, crafting, and magic for a couple 100,000 gold per 1,500-ish gold ore. So I should figure out... Look at the calculator really quick. Can't calculate and alch at the same time. God. What even is this life? Holy shit. 5,114 gold bars to go from 65 to 70. Yeah. Okay, well, I can start doing some math around that, figure out how much crafting XP that's going to equal, how much magic XP that's going to equal, and how much that's going to cost me. So I'll start working on that as I continue alching here. Alright, I did the math, and with the profit from alching, it's going to cost me like a net 1 million gold or so to go from 65 to 70 smithing if I'm buying it from Blast Furnace. So I think that that's feasible. I think I get something like 400,000 an hour now if I'm stealing Ranar seeds. I think Ranar seeds are my most effective way to make money. Or most consistent, I should say. I could probably make more money or do more interesting things by running Slayer further. But I kind of want the hard Arduin diary anyway, which is going to involve getting to like 72 thieving. So we might go back to Master Farmer, pickpocketing. I'm going to need to get lots and lots of money. We might have an entire episode that's just pickpocketing. Or close to it. Because we need 4 million for construction. It sounds like $1 million for smithing, doing that with smithing is going to get us, I did the math, we're going to get close to 66 crafting, and we're going to get past 75 magic. We'll get to 76 magic, so that's nice. I was a little worried about leveling magic, that we were going to have to like bust out chaos runes or death runes and go fight stuff again, but I think we can do almost the whole thing passively with Alchemy. I'm going to get back to Alchemy. I'll talk to you soon. Whoops. Over-alked. 73 magic. We got it. Nothing super exciting about 73, just that we were 2 more to go until 75. I don't think we get any spells that I'm pumped about for a while. 77 is Super Glass make, which would matter for getting crafting up faster. If we just happen to get it through alking or something, we'll see. Okay, alking is done. Jeez, God, it's so slow. But like, you can't not do it because it's 69,000 magic XP per hour. It's insanely good. I noticed while I was doing that I had like the worst possible camera angle for most of that fast forward. I was just like this, you couldn't even see the character. Not that it mattered. I mean, you're probably looking at this little blue bar filling up more so than the alk animation. Okay, well, that's done. This entire episode, we have less than an hour left in the episode. Fortunately, Devious Minds is a pretty short quest, so according to the wiki, it's categorized as short. I think it's our final short quest. We were done with shorts and mediums. We've just got long and very long from this point forward. What this means, though, that took almost an entire episode to go from 63 to 65 smithing and then to bracelet and alk, all of the gold bars. So it's basically certain that we're going to have some episodes where I can't fit in a quest. I am going to be able to come back and fit in Devious Minds this time, but we're going to be coming up. It's going to be like bookends, like poetry. It rhymes, right? Like the beginning of the series is basically no quests until we got to episode 13 or something, and I feel like it's going to be a comparable number of episodes. My current estimate is 700 hours for the Questcape, even though we only have like 7 quests left. Let me count that real quick. Devious Minds, Dragon Slayer 2, Frementic Exiles, Grim Tales, Monkey Madness 2, Morning's End 2, Song of the Elves, Taste of Hell. Actually 8 quests left. So yeah, I anticipate another 125 hours for the playthrough to do those 8 quests, and most of that's going to be grinding to hit the skill thresholds that we need, because the remaining skills are all super brutal. Slayer alone is going to take a good chunk of that, even though it's only 4 levels to go. I'm hoping that the almost 5,000 cannonballs that we gathered are going to help to speed that up a little bit. And then can't forget that there's going to be a period that I'm going to spend paying back everything that we've bought from the Grand Exchange so far, and that's likely just going to be money making. Like, it might just be pickpocketing until I get enough gold to go to the shops to buy the runes, to pay back the runes and stuff. But like, cooking to 90 is going to be pretty brutal. Anyway, we'll see where it ends up going. I'm anticipating that it's going to be like we're going to have just Song of the Elves remaining, because my plan is to do every single quest in the game except for Song of the Elves, and then do all of my cleanup, all of my remaining grinding, anything else that I wanted to do before getting the Questcape, and I want Song of the Elves to be the final quest before we unlock it. So I would expect that with Song of the Elves being the final quest left over, that's going to be around hour 700, and there might be a few dozen hours after that before we actually get to the end. I need to leave. I need to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to finish up Devious Minds, and then I'll probably give another short sign-off in the next episode. Jeez, Devious Minds is my last chance to do something that's not super hard, right? Taste of Hope, maybe. Grim Tales, maybe, if I can grind up the wood cutting for it, but that's probably going to be a multiple episode thing. I should probably start including a little bit of wood cutting grinding in each episode just so I can get closer to that. Cool, thanks. We'll see you in a few seconds for Devious Minds. Hello, folks. We're going to go ahead and do Devious Minds real quick. Let me gather the stuff I need and we'll get started. Whoa, this quest opens with talking to the monk in the brown robe outside Paterdomus. I was confused. I remember talking to this guy back in Priest in Peril, which was like one of the first major quests we did for 550 hours ago. We were trying to unlock Mauritania for the Cannabis Utility Course. That's crazy. Know exactly what monk they're talking about. Yeah, this dude over here. He's got a 65 smithing and 50 runecraft requirement, apparently. Spare the time to help me. Sure thing, what do you need? Warriors are facing new and dangerous threats. You need a specially designed weapon to be victorious. If you help by building one of these weapons, you will help to ensure victory is ours. Oh, a new weapon. Take a two-handed sword, mithril shadud, at Doric's place, and grind it down to a slender blade. If it's flexible enough, you should be able to string it with a normal bowstring. Bring it back here when you're done. Okay. Devious Minds. Doric was north of Valdor? I didn't think about this, but I'm excited to see all the quest markers on the map with green check marks. Doric's Whetstone. Slender Blade. Bow Sword. That's interesting. Sharp sword that can fire arrows. Bow and a sword. How am I supposed to use this? There put willow logs in here? I honestly don't remember. Let's find out. Huh, so you gave it to me. Thanks, game. Should probably go through and like fill up the logs for the balloon system at some point. Would be convenient. Brought the weapon for me. Got it right here for you. So hope you forgot. You got great help. If you do me one final favor. Wait, this sounds familiar. One small favor. Make a delivery to Entrana. There's a special ceremony which unfortunately I can't attend, and I wanted to give him a gift to mark the occasion. Not so fast. It's supposed to be a surprise. You'll need to sneak it onto the island. Oh. Man, I feel like the RuneScape protagonist gets tricked into doing bad shit a lot. There's another realm or some such you got access to. You mean the Abyss? That's kind of cool. Take this orb and put it in one of the large pouches from there, which I do have. I don't want to get damaged. Oh, there are 9 essences in the pouch. Whoops. And the orb in the large pouch. Okay, so let me get to a low pop world here. It's a short run, but still want to play it safe if possible. Just out of an abundance of caution, let's bring some armor down there. Not bring all of our money. Or all of our runes. That should probably be okay. Alright, let's go. I guess let me restore my prayer really fast. It's such a short run, but I really don't want to risk it if I don't have to. I got fletching XP for making the bow sword. It requires 50 fletching. I think this quest is the highest fletching requirement in the game until Sins of the Father comes out. Turn off the camera zoom. Should go right up through here, right? I should probably get an abyssal bracelet. Oh well. Alright, I have a prayer in here. I forgot that was a thing. So I recharged it for no reason. Attempt to mine your way through. Hooray! We talked to the Dark Mage. Oh, did I need to bring a Law Talisman? Maybe I did. It's kind of a cool concept, like, sneak on there through the Law Rift. Oh, I still am allowed to bring weaponry. Armor or weaponry. Well, shit. I'll just come in naked then, I guess. Pickaxe counts. One sec. Prohibited equipment. Wood cutting axes and pickaxes. Okay, so there must be like an agility shortcut I can use to get in here. Let me bring the Law Talisman just in case. I think we're probably okay, but... I don't want to risk the graceful gear, so I'll just go naked. Squeeze 3 cap. Come on, 72 agility. Hey, we got it. So through Log Rift. Use the portal. Into the church. It's a surprise for the monks of Intrana. Great. Oh shit. Assassin shows up with the bow sword. Just fucking murders a bunch of them. It's got a katana. Huh. So it's our relic. This is a disaster. You must find the fool who put the teleport beacon on the altar. Whoa, about that. Ooh. At some point I'll have to go back in the abyss and farm another rune pouch. I think I farmed for that a really long time ago. It's supposed to be a gift from a monk near the River Sav. Herbs are volatile. Use some very old magic. No worshippers of Sarah no one would dare touch one. You must return to this monk and find out more. Be wary. Get my gear back. This is a super short quest. Super short. Haven't had a short quest in a while. I'm not going to worry about replacing my large pouch for now. Seems like too much work, too much danger. Oh no, the monk is dead. Maybe he was a patsy this whole time? Assumed he was a bad guy. He was the ninja that showed up. Poor guy appears to have been killed by powerful magic. Back to Port Sarah, it says. Or Entrana. Apparently this is the least commonly completed quest in all of RuneScape. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's the 65 smithing and 50 runecraft requirement? Mostly the second one. Maybe it'll be more completed now that Dramatic Exiles has exciting rewards and requires 65 runecraft. Yo, High Priest. What's up? You found our relic. I went back to where the monk was, but all I found was a dead body. What? Well, he'd been killed by magic. I'm not sure it was the same person either. Well, it was part of an ancient artifact which is said to have an awesome power. Report to Sir Tiffy and Falador. He must be informed. This quest feels like it's like kicking off a chain, but I'm pretty sure it's the end of its own chain. Hey, certification.
Devious Mines. Got some bad news. This wouldn't be that old relic being stolen from Intrana, would it? How'd you know? Part of the business. What do you know about what went on? There's a monk who needed help. Wow, we need to do Wanted, Lost Tribe, Troll Stronghold, Doric's Quest, and the Abyss. Confirms our own intel. Designs that weapon we can work on tactics. You mean I can learn to use it? Haha, no. We need to learn more about what we're dealing with. We still don't know who the monk was and where he got that orb from. We'll be in touch. Don't worry about the relic, we'll get it back somehow. Cool. I'm so close to 61 runecraft. I'm gonna go grind it out. I'm gonna literally would not use it for anything. 5,000 fletching, 6,500 smithing. Cool. All right, quest is done. That's good. I have 256 quest points. It's an exciting value. Dragon Slayer 2, Hermetic Exiles, Grim Tales, Monkey Madness 2, Morning's End 2, Song of the Elves, Taste of... Oh. Yikes. The only one of those that I can do soonish. I guess I should work on Hermetic Exiles. It's 65 crafting. I should also try to get 71 wood cutting. That's 62. I actually don't know how long a level takes right now. And I need mahogany logs anyway for construction 70, which we need for Song of the Elves. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do mahogany farming at the farming guild. I think that's my best spot. I mean, there's also mahogany trees on Ape Atoll, but I think this is a more reasonable banking process. So I'm going to go get my gear together to do that. And then I'm going to end the episode and give myself an extra 30 minutes next episode. Let's see. Rune Axe. I'll go ahead and bring a full inventory of them down into the bank, but then we'll do a quick sign off. Basically, I heard my sign off before I left, before I did Devious Mines. I wish there was a door into the back of the farming guild here, because the bank is like right there, right? Alas. Wish I could get a skills necklace. I hit bird nest. That was quick. That's right, I can get clue scrolls from doing this. Keep an eye out for that. Okay, just a couple thousand more mahogany logs. So I think next episode we're not going to get enough logs to be able to do Grim Tales even in an 8-hour episode. So I think the plan is I'm going to do wood cutting for like 5 hours next episode. When the clock gets to 583. So 576 is definitely our stopping point, right? Let's make sure. Okay. 581. We'll stop wood cutting and go do Taste of Hope, I think. And then come back and resume wood cutting, because we're going to have to do this. Grim Tales is the next one we're going to have to unlock, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. So thanks for watching. We're getting near the end. It's going to start to get pretty grindy. It's going to be just like the early episodes, except it's probably going to be even more fast-forwarded now, because I have less to say. So, we'll see. I think the plan is to get enough mahogany logs to get construction up to 70. So that's, if we include the long bone, that's like 2,550 or something like that. I don't think that's enough to get me to my target woodcutting level. I need 71 woodcutting, right? yeah, I need like 3,000 mahogany logs to get to 71 wood cutting. So, and mahogany is not the most efficient way for me to level wood cutting right now. So the plan is to get mahogany until I have enough for construction, and then switch to something else that's more efficient for leveling wood cutting. Cool. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next episode. Bye.